Hi, it's Dr. Ariel Schwartz. I wanted to come on here today and speak a little bit about attachment trauma, developmental trauma, and the wounds that occur pre-verbally. Because these earliest life experiences really shape who we are. They shape our felt sense of self and our embodiment. And they can be some of the hardest to work with when we're trying to heal from the injuries of the past. So I wanted to speak a little bit about the nature of these injuries and also perhaps offer some tools of some ways that you might think about approaching your own healing journey. So when we think about the earliest life experiences, they're very much learned in relationship. And when we're infants, we are born very vulnerable. We're born with our autonomic nervous system not fully developed. And we rely heavily upon external regulators, those people that take care of us and can offer their regulating, calming, nurturing, soothing presence, attuned presence to know what we might need at various times, and flexible in their ability to respond to us. In the case of developmental trauma, most often that is disrupted. And so we might have caregivers that are not available or who are quite frightening and therefore dysregulating for our nervous systems, or who are inconsistently available. And all of this can shape us in different ways. Once again, if this is how our autonomic nervous system is receiving input and in a way getting kind of formed, that we might carry those wounds in the form of being stuck in vigilant states, tracking our environment for potential threats, or in stuck of states of shutdown in which we don't trust that there's really any external source of nourishment. So a lot of what we work with in healing is really tracking the nature of the nervous system. We also recognize that, of course, no parenting is perfect, and that there is going to be kind of normal ruptures within any parent-child or caregiver-child relationship, ruptures in which we misattune or we don't quite get it right. And those ruptures actually have their own health to them, their own importance. Obviously, we don't want to be stuck in ruptured states for extended periods of time, and because that's very dysregulating for our nervous system. But short bouts of stress that resolve into a sense of reconnection and safety actually resolve that stress and help us trust that we can kind of ride the wave of distress back into a state of okayness. And that's really important. And so all of this, as we translate this into our lives as adults, we carry those early learning experiences relationally within us. And it informs how we talk to ourselves, how we treat ourselves, how we attend to our bodies or how we ignore our bodies, how we might have ruptures with ourselves where we misattune to our own needs. And ideally, we can actually start to learn how to repair those ruptures so that we can attend to, oh, wow, I didn't listen to you, honey. Like, I need to really come back and reattune to myself so that we ultimately can learn how to be that consistent, attuned, loving, flexible adult for our own self. And that's how we then can turn towards our body. It's also, sometimes if you're familiar with parts work, how we might then turn towards younger parts of ourselves so that we can keep, in my case, little Ariel in mind. And when I miss it, when I mess up, when I override my own needs, her needs, I can actually stop and pause and regroup and check back in. So some food for thought, and I'll look forward to connecting with you next time.